ready?
What an incredible
Did
shot.
you hit the fan?
No, I was aiming for the left one, but I hit the right one on the fan.
Hey, man.
Those little things spitting. I was aiming for the left one, but I hit the right one.
Whatever happens.
Yeah, I mean, I hit the record button as
Oh,
soon as
okay.
I did that.
Hit me with the intro music. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Beard and a Half Movie Reviews. I'm Garrett.
And I'm also Garrett.
I'm Garrett. Name's right there. My frame rate dropped again. Whatever. I don't even care. Put that back. Put that back.
Now I'm Garrett.
I'm no name. Now you gotta figure out how to get it all focused and everything. Okay, now there you go. I meant centered, but
I'm pretty good at eyeballing it.
you did pretty good considering the monitors are so far away.
They're actually just like 6 feet away.
Yeah, but we just can't see.
Besides
We
a new
wear
camera,
glasses.
besides a new camera, what we need to do next one is just get a projector and project onto the wall behind. No, but like, how helpful would that be?
I mean, yeah, it'd be cool. I just feel like I'd be looking this way the whole time.
Yeah, instead of just like looking at each other, we'd just be looking at our camera, like our projections.
And
Then we could do some cool like Star Wars stuff, like
maybe.
projections.
I've
seen them done.
Anyways, another episode. What is this, Tyler? This is episode.
Bro, you called me out.
had
I believe
it.
this is episode 9.
This is season 2, episode 8.
No.
Kingsman, the Batman was 7, and this would be 8.
That doesn't check out.
No, because you uploaded Boba Fett. You're right, and I didn't write that down or anything. So this would be episode 9. So season 2, episode 9. Today we are bringing to you our review of the Atom Project. Every time I heard the name of this movie, I thought it was Atom, A-T-O-M.
Oh, his
And
name's
I
Adam.
tried to look for it on Netflix, and I was like, "That's not right. It's Atom."
His name is Adam, bro.
Yeah, but when you hear the Atom Project, you think it's gonna be Atom.
I've seen this advertised so much that I knew it was Adam.
I have, but I guess I really wasn't paying attention. I watched like part of a very small trailer for this movie, and I was like, I don't really want to see that. I wasn't really like, don't get me wrong, I like the movie. We'll get into that and everything, but like just from the trailers, I was kind of just like, I don't know if that's really the movie for me that I want to sit down and watch and everything. But yeah, I mean, I ate my words. It was. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. First of all, before we even begin, if you're just listening to us on whatever platform you listen to your podcast and you want to see us, head on over to our YouTube page, Beard and a Half Movie Reviews. You can see us. We record these videos. We record these episodes, and then we put them on our YouTube channel. So yeah, go check us out there. Also, follow us on all the social media platforms you can. Instagram, Facebook, mainly Instagram, because that's the only one I check.
Whoa.
Sometimes the TikTok.
Have you hit the like button yet?
Yeah. Smash that. Just sit on that like and subscribe button. Just take that fucking finger and just mash it, you know? Just whatever you got to do. Just do it, man. We appreciate it.
It's so hard to do that with the beard because like I hook the other side of my beard and I just pull my hair.
Since I chew gum all the time, I constantly biting my lips. I have so many scars on the inside of my lips, so sometimes I gotta do it, and it just hurts like a motherfucker. Tyler,
that's how you finger pop
we got
an asshole.
haircuts today.
We did actually.
Literally before we came here, separately. We didn't go together.
Yeah, no. I went to Hudson Hawk, and
I went to my aunt. She cut it a little too short on the top, but it is what it is.
You look like Jim
it'll
Carrey's
grow.
character from Me, Myself, and Irene.
That's like a crew cut. His is like flat on top, and it goes
But
just
like
it is close though. I'll give you
like,
that. Yeah,
when
it's because it's so short on the sides and everything.
When you got in, I thought maybe you forgot to take your antipsychotic medicine.
She cut the sides, and I was like, "Ooh, yeah, there we go." And then she was just like, and I was like, "Fuck, it's too late now. I can't say anything, even though I told you at the beginning, but that's okay."
Yeah,
because it's just a haircut, and it'll grow back.
I was talking to my hairdresser, barber.
Even you're confused because it's a girl.
Well, no, you went to your aunt to get a haircut. She's a hairdresser.
Oh, I went
to a barber.
She doesn't really cut dudes' hairs except for mine.
Yeah, she needs to stop.
Fucking Windows 11, man. Just fucking.
Yeah, I went to go
weird.
get my haircut. Super dope. Just I really like. They can't see it, but like the side.
Yeah.
I really like the way that
You
looks.
like the way that looks? Yeah.
We're gonna do a hard part, and I was like,
And do that. I was told not to do that.
well, sometimes I
Apparently
like.
You talking about where they take it and then they just like
put a little line in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
like that.
Sometimes with my hair, I have a
Mm.
cowlick back here, and then I've got just a little one right here, so it gets
Yeah.
super annoying to deal with.
I got the double,
But
like a fucking tsunami back here, and then I got it on my freaking the side of my beard and everything on both sides.
but the woman that cut my hair, not doing names or anything, she might listen to the podcast. But she did a great job.
Well,
Honestly.
there you go.
So
I always laugh because I always get, after I go get my haircut at my aunt's, I get a text message from like whatever she uses to make her appointments and everything like that, that texts and emails me all the time about the appointments. It's always like, leave a review. And I always just write like the funniest reviews to leave her, just because I know it's, I mean,
I never
it's my
get
aunt,
those
but
emails, which is upsetting.
I get those all the time. Every time I go get my haircut.
Every time that I ordered Domino's pizza, they're like, "Hey man, did you enjoy your pizza? Let us know." I was like, "But it was
two pepperonis shy of what I wanted.
it wasn't anything special. It wasn't the best pizza. I
Yeah.
wanted pizza."
It's the same pizza that you guys have been giving out for the last like 50 years.
Yeah.
So there's that.
But that chicken Alfredo pasta bread bowl that you got me, that was pretty fire.
Those are pretty good.
It was more crust than it was noodles, but a little
Yeah.
upsetting.
Those are good. I dig
Yeah.
those.
Anyway,
Anyways, okay, enough about us. Let's get into the movie.
let's talk about you guys.
Let's talk about you guys. How are you today? Leave in the comments below. Are we doing okay? We're excited to be here. Excited to listen to this new episode.
I know I am.
Another Ryan Reynolds movie.
Can we just, before we actually jump into the movie?
Yeah.
Have you looked at our analytics lately?
I don't want to go over it. Yeah, they're lower than they were last month. I'm aware.
No, it's not even that. Cats has just done phenomenal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I did see that. That's just like going up the ladder on episodes. So I mean, heck yeah.
Basically, last month, whenever did we do Boba Fett last month, or was that just like
We did
2
that.
episodes ago?
2 episodes ago.
So right around, we
Beginning
shot
of this
up.
month or something.
We
yeah.
shot up like double our normal amount of downloads and listens.
Yeah.
All thanks to Cats and Boba Fett and Spider-Man No Way Home. Or
Killing it.
Far From Home? No Way Home. No Way Home. And I was like, cool, dude.
Killing it.
I was like, I wonder how Cats is doing, because I thought it'd be at the bottom. Fucking nope. A lot of people. So,
I mean, hey, if
Fuck
you
you,
missed
Richie.
out on that episode, go listen to it. Apparently, it's decent. Probably because people heard me go on my rant about how I don't fucking understand that movie.
no. We don't. Anyway,
Whatever. We're not doing that.
I'm
No.
not doing
Can
that.
I tell you a funny story though before we begin?
Yeah,
Because I
absolutely.
was just thinking about Batman. If you missed that episode, go listen to it. It was a pretty good episode. But
Still haven't edited that TikTok.
we I know. My daughter, the Batman costume I wore for that episode and everything, I've had it for a while. When my daughter is really bad, I dress up in the costume. I go out the back door and I like come around and everything. It's a whole thing we orchestrate. But she truly believes that Batman does come visit her when she's bad and tells her to be good and listen to her parents. And I had to do it again last night. It was the first time I've done it in a long time. But she came in my room and she was just like, I want to see Batman. And I was like, you want to see Batman? She goes, yeah, I definitely want to see him. And I was like, okay. I mean, I can send him a text and we'll see what happens, whatever. 30 minutes later, I'm in a room with Batman. And when I came in, this time she was like scared. Like she was like, and I just stared her down like the whole time. And I mean, I was as serious as can be. And she would not make eye contact with me and everything. Because it's either I stare her down and intimidate her so she doesn't look me in the eyes and realize it's me, or I have to look away the whole time and then she's staring at me. So this time I just went all in. And I mean, I just stared out, dropped my head and everything. And I did the Batman voice.
I've seen you
It
drunk.
was hilarious. So yeah.
I've seen you drunk in there. We did the TikTok, and it's just you fucking with a shit grin just punching my phone.
Yeah.
So I can't take you seriously when I see it.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a ridiculous costume, but for for a 6-year-old, she's about it. So.
I feel like when she grows up,
nice.
It's like next Christmas she's gonna leave Justice on a plate for Batman instead of cookies and milk for Santa.
I'm hoping. I gotta keep waiting, and then every year we'll start going as Batman and Batgirl or Poison Ivy or Robin, whatever she wants to be.
There you go.
Preferably Poison Ivy, but we'll see. I don't know.
Have Claudia do that, and then she can go as Batgirl.
Claudia's Catwoman. It's always Catwoman. Yeah.
Change it up. Come on.
No.
Change it up.
It's kind of
you get whipped at the end of the night.
It's not Batman. No.
You sound so disappointed.
No.
Sometimes I just want to be punished with justice.
Want to be punished.
I'm a naughty little bat.
Get this bat out of the cave. Yeah, no. All right. Anyways,
just Nirvana's playing in the background.
Maybe. All right, let's get into this movie. Okay, this is a Netflix exclusive. This is The Adam Project, like we already said. This is directed by Sean Levy. I didn't really know a whole lot of things he did until I started looking it up, and I was like,
I'll tell you what he's about to direct.
He did Free Guy. Yeah, he's doing Deadpool 3, I heard, too. And then this movie. I'm kind of like back and forth if I'm excited about that or not.
What, Deadpool 3?
Well, just him directing that movie. I
did a great job on Free Guy.
One. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever you have like a series of movies, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I like to keep the same director just because they have like a vision of where they're gonna go with it. So when you switch directors, I feel like sometimes it works out. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes it doesn't. And yeah, I'm sure it'll be good. The next Deadpool movie, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, yes, Free Guy, like you said, apparently directed a bunch of I don't know if he's actually just directed all of Stranger Things or. Yeah. Know. Anyways, he also did. He was an executive producer on a lot of the newer Unsolved Mysteries. I think that one's on Netflix too. Anyways,
are those ones that are like, hey, demons, it's me, your boy?
No,
different one.
That's a different one. This is like the
Damn it.
When I was 6 years old, I saw my first UFO.
Oh, I don't like
Another one's just like, I haven't seen my brother since he was 5 years old and went out for some crack cocaine. Anyways,
Bro, I'm sure they make fun of those people on.
This movie was written by Jonathan Tropper, T.C. Nolan, Jennifer Flackett. Hope I pronounced that wrong. Flechette. It's F-L-A, I think it's C-K. Yeah, C-K-E-T-T, which made me think it was Flackett.
I'm thinking of Flechette rounds.
Flackett. Anyways.
You got to flick at the bean.
Who's in this movie? We got Ryan Reynolds. We got Walker Scobell. I don't know. That played young Adam. Mark Ruffalo, Jennifer Gardner, Zoe Saldana. Dude, there's just so many Marvel characters in this movie. Like, the more I was watching it, I was just like, oh, okay. We just got all the Marvel characters and everything.
Yeah,
not like
much.
All of them, but there's quite a few. Catherine Keener. Didn't realize how old that girl's got till I saw her in this.
At least 60, 70.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
As far as who's in this movie.
Nobody else
I'm
worth
not going to
noting.
go through Alex Mallory Jr. Christos. He kind of had a decent role in this movie. Is, burn face man. Yeah.
Two-Face.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's what he looked like and everything. But that's who's in this movie. I'm not going to go into, anybody else because there's really not anybody else. Tyler, I'll let you jump into this first.
New year, new me. Let's get it.
What did you like about this movie?
I liked at the very beginning of the movie that he also didn't have a dad to play catch with either. I can relate to that.
You're remembering it wrong. But yes.
But I mean, like, in the beginning of the movie.
This is true, yeah. He's just Throwing the ball. I never had one of those things. I was always too scared of those things.
I
The
used
bounce back things.
yeah, no, I used the racquetball balls, the bouncy ones.
Yeah.
Throw it at a wall, call it a day.
Well, yeah, I've done stuff like that, but I know at a buddy of mine's, he used to have one, and he used to throw it, and I was always too afraid I'd fucking throw it, and it just launch back in my face or something like that.
Well, that's why you have to catch it.
I mean, yeah, I'm not the best, like,
I'm pretty coordinated.
baseball catcher.
I'm pretty coordinated when it comes to
I
that.
can catch football like no tomorrow, but when it comes to baseballs, I don't know. I just don't have that much experience.
I feel like with my glasses now, maybe not, but I mean, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe it'll help us.
There was a part in the movie at the beginning when he was like, "Oh, dude, it's like my wound is farting."
Oh, yeah.
And then like it showed subtitles and it said wound fart.
Yeah, he kept coughing, and you'd hear it fart, which was kind of.
It was like
it was different.
Like you just ate Taco Bell and went to the bathroom, and that's what you hear.
Out your
wound.
Bullet hole
wound.
Kind of weird.
But still funny though. Don't know why.
Still funny.
You
didn't take any notes. I'm now noticing. Oh, you got them on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, you just phoned it. Okay. Hey, whatever works.
When it's dark and like I'm watching the movie out in the living room, I cannot see to
You know
save
what
my
I've been
fucking
doing
life.
lately? I just watch the whole movie and then I take notes after. I really just ponder and then I go back and then I write it down.
Sometimes what I do is like if I have
It kind of depends.
If I have a good scene that I like, I'll just take notes while I'm watching it.
Yeah.
But if I watch a movie then take notes, I tend to forget and it doesn't jog my memory later.
I feel you.
There was the chase scene when they were both in their ships. Villain was chasing Adam.
Oh,
and
through
Adam.
like the yeah,
and they did the fucking Star Wars thing where they just killed the power. And
Dude,
then
so many Star Wars references.
I know.
To this movie. I literally wrote that down too. Something I liked because I was like the dudes in the suits. I don't know. They were like stormtroopers, and they were they never hit him.
Yeah.
So they always miss, just like stormtroopers. And then whenever they're going through the forest and they slam on the brakes,
like
and then
Endor.
they fucking hit. Yeah,
and
exactly. It just fucking. I think that was Yavin. Yavin 4.
What are you talking about?
The planet that happened on. That was on Yavin.
That was on Endor.
Star Wars.
Endor. When they were on the Wookiee planet being chased.
No, it wasn't the Wookiee planet.
Oh, fuck. You're right. God damn it. It was the little tiny hairy midget guys.
It's Yavin. Yeah, it was definitely Yavin.
That's
but
what
that's
they're
okay.
called. That's what they're called. Tiny little hairy midget guys.
They're called, what are they? They're not Ewoks. They're, what are those little guys called?
I don't know.
Fucking...
I really want to call them like Utidi.
No,
but
that's the other guy. Are they Ewoks? Am I right?
I
Yeah, they were Ewoks. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought.
Did I call them Ewoks? What did I call them? Nothing.
I don't think you call them.
I don't
know.
Anyways,
but yeah, there was a lot of parallels, and then obviously the fucking the
lightsaber
kind of thing, and then at the end, whenever they're having that, it reminded me of like was it the Phantom Menace with Darth Maul and everything?
I was expecting it.
That big lightsaber fight. Yeah, no, it seemed like they pulled a lot of stuff from Star Wars in this movie, and I mean, I was okay with it. It was just kind of funny how much stuff. I noticed that were very similar.
Towards the end of the movie, when the kid gets the lightsaber and he like hits it off the ground and launches himself up, and he's like superhero landing. I was like, that's like Deadpool.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what?
It's like Deadpool. Yeah.
Writing it down.
That's funny.
At the very end of the movie, climactic scene. Spoilers right here. If you don't want to have this spoiled, I would.
Already went over so many spoilers, but yeah, go ahead.
Just turn it off.
Spoilers to the end of the movie.
Yeah. The woman has the gun and she's about to shoot the dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Everybody get behind me!" And Adam's like, "Actually, those are flechette rounds,
armor-piercing rounds." Yeah.
Sorry, those are armor-piercing rounds. So actually, we should stay. He's like, "All right, spread out a little bit."
I'm just as dangerous in front of you as I am behind you, or I'm just as screwed in front of you as I am behind you, or whatever. He's like, "Okay, maybe we should fan out." And he's like, "Yeah, let's do that."
Let's do that.
Yeah, that was pretty comical.
I enjoyed that. Also cinematically, it was all pretty well shot. The scenes and the locations, things like that.
I feel like I know what you're talking about. We'll get into it.
We will. Yeah. That's on a list.
Yeah. That pretty much all you had, though?
But as far as like cinematics, locations, things like that, even the fight scenes were well choreographed. I absolutely loved.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
most of them, if not all of them.
There was only one that kind of, whenever they're in the backyard, I remember I watched Ryan Reynolds do like a fucking tornado kick while he's like got the staff, and I was just like, come on, man, that's a little too over the top. It was fine until you did that, but
he could have done it.
that's just me. Nah, I don't think so.
I think he could have.
Maybe if he was Deadpool, I could see it, but
He is
I don't
Deadpool.
know. Not in this movie.
Who knows?
He's a pilot.
Who knows? Maybe this is a prequel.
Maybe this is, yeah. I mean, there's time change and everything like that. You know, there's one scene.
He did take cables.
The parents are sitting down in 2018 and they're eating Cheerios, and the type of Cheerios they were eating didn't come out till 2020. I read that on IMDb, and I was like, whoa. Maybe we just uncovered a plot hole here. Maybe there was already time travel happening ahead.
They should have just been eating like
Saurians.
Wheaties.
You know, whatever.
And just call it. Those are timeless.
Could have
They've had the same box for like.
Kicks.
What are you eating? Oh, I'm eating Malto grade Cocoa Puffs.
Maybe.
I don't know. Wheaties have had the same box for like 10 years because there's no decent athletes to be on it.
It's.
I think the last good one was Usain Bolt, I believe.
They just put random Olympic people on there anymore.
I mean, good on them though.
I don't even look at Wheaties whenever I go. I do not eat that.
You don't like Wheaties?
No, I'm good.
What's your go-to cereal? Just a.
Oh, dude, it's something different every time. Honestly, probably the one that always brings me back is Pops.
Really?
I love Pops, dude. Gotta have my Pops.
So I'm
Stuff's good.
Golden Grahams. I don't know.
Golden
why.
Grahams are good. Yeah, CT Crunch. I mean, there's
CT Crunch.
there's so many. That's why I eat cereal all the time, man.
Dude,
and
I'm a big fan of the Halloween ones.
I was saying Cinnamon Toast Crunch, not Captain Crunch.
I thought you were saying
No,
CT Crunch,
that's
like
Captain. That's Captain Crunch is what I call
CPT Crunch.
CT Crunch, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I'm a big fan. They have the Boo Berry, the Count Chocula.
Oh yeah.
And then there's still a box.
I was gonna say I know you got like all of those. When
there's
they
still
came
a Boo
out.
Berry box in my cabinet.
I'm
that is
good.
probably stale as shit now.
Yeah, probably.
And I didn't mean to open it. I cracked it open and I was like, fuck, dude.
Even then, it'll.
No, I left it. I was like, I made a mistake, but I want to look at that box every day and realize what I did.
Save the box.
Yeah, I mean, I could.
Yeah.
The cereal is the true treasure.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, that is all of my likes.
Those are all your likes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get into mine. First of all, this is another time travel movie. We've seen so many time travel movies throughout time. My phone ringing?
Mm-mm.
I think my phone's ringing. My phone's ringing. It's all good. It's all gravy. Getting a phone call, but we're podcasting right now. And if it's an emergency, they'll call back. It's fine. Fine. Don't, yeah. Fine. Don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. Don't with it. Okay. Anyways, this was I like this because it was like it was a fresh take on a time travel movie, and somehow they still made it something new. And it's kind of one of those stories I think everybody thinks about it when they're younger and everything, about meeting their older self. And then when you get older, like if you could go back and meet your younger self, what would you say and stuff like that?
I fucking hit that kid.
Like what would you say if you could go back and meet your younger self? Nothing at all?
If I saw him riding a bike, I would throw a stick in his tire and watch him flip.
Your younger self
would
do that?
Absolutely.
I'm okay. I wouldn't do
that. Or I
that.
would tell him the secrets to making money.
Yeah,
I would be like, hey, here's what you do.
Definitely, yeah.
It would be like the almanac from Back to the Future,
buy
bro.
Dogecoin and
hey, 10-year-old Tyler, here's what you do. Get your mom's debit card, all right? Yeah. You're going to buy...
We'll thank you later.
You're going to buy 40 Bitcoin at $12 a pop, all right?
It was probably cheaper than that.
Well, so what was funny, you know those little kart racing things where... You got like this, almost like a doorstop piece of wood,
the soapbox derby thing.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I used to do those. Well, I did it like once, but
when we were in like 3rd or 4th grade, something like that, we had one of those, and the winner got a Bitcoin, and it was an actual gold coin. Like, it was an actual Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I had one, and I had one, but I lost it, like, a long time
I think
ago.
the gold coin is just symbolic. I don't think that has to do with anything. Yeah.
That's what I got.
But yeah, I see what you're saying.
And I was just like, damn.
That's funny. Damn, there goes that.
Yeah.
There goes that. If I could go back and talk to my younger self, I'd definitely tell him, like, this is my question. I don't even have an answer for it. If you could go back and talk to your younger self, audience, what would you tell yourself? Put it in the comments below if you're on YouTube or
Mine
whatever.
would be too.
I'd really like to know what some people's answers are. Mine would probably just to tell myself, dude, just hang in there. You know, it gets better. Yeah, just a little bit.
Hold on if you feel like letting.
Yeah, okay.
What you're going to tell your younger self. So there's going to be a time where you're at a dance and the song by Owl City called Fireflies is playing, and you're going to try and fart. And I want you to hold that fart in. Otherwise, they're going to have to clear the entire dance floor because you shit yourself because you thought Taco Bell before prom would be a good idea.
You gambled, and it did not work. I never went to prom.
I went to prom. They have a junior and senior year, right? Yeah, I did it. Did it twice. Went in a Model T first time.
In a Model T?
A Model T.
Wow.
Yeah, that thing's super fucking hard to drive, let me tell you. No power steering.
Without it, no.
And you're going like 4 miles an hour for the little...
Yeah. Yeah, those things. There's a guy in
he's like...
my town that has one, and it's... he drives it every so often. Goes like max 30 miles per hour on those tiny little skinny wheels.
They are not fast.
I didn't understand how those things work.
They're not fast. If I honestly had to go back in time and tell myself something, it would probably be to live in the moment rather than worrying about, the future. It would be more like just enjoy the little things and have fun while you can.
Yeah.
And don't be such a dick.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I was ever a dick, but...
Oh, I was a super dick.
Keep being cool, Garrett. Yeah, that's what... Really?
There was one time that I loved riding my bike, and my mom bought me a BMX bike, and I would jump it off like the stupidest shit.
Oh, yeah. Same.
But like one time I was like, dude, I can jump over like 3 people on this bike. And they're like, no, you can't. I was like, lay down. I'll jump over all of you. I mean, I did it, but like I immediately lost control and like hit a tree and like flipped twice and landed on my face. And like, I shit you not, half of my face was just scarred. And you can only ever see in the mornings, but there's like this scar on the side of my head that goes from eyebrow up here. And that was the deepest one that I had. And I wake up to that every morning, and I'm like, damn, that looks badass.
The only, like, massive scar I got on my bike was the one, here.
Dude,
I just wrecked out and fucking dragged it across, like, 20 feet of concrete.
I wish that, like, I could have got my mom's reaction to it. Like, if I asked her about it, like, here and now, like, you remember that time I walked up to you and my face was just bleeding? Like, when I say... just when you think of it, it was like, no, like half of my face was just covered in blood and scratches and scrapes. And she had to hold me down while she used peroxide to like dab at it because she couldn't pour it on there or anything like that. The whole thing scabbed over and I looked like a walking STD.
Yeah, no, that's no.
No, so I would just say like the best thing to do, I would tell myself without ruining anything in the future is just to enjoy the time you have.
Yeah.
And enjoy it with the people that you have.
I feel like that's still current now, you know?
But I mean, like, I can't go back in time and be like, hey, invest in Bitcoin or, hey, Dogecoin is going to be a thing for about 2 weeks.
Or then what
sell out after the first.
Is Jean-Claude Van Damme comes after you, like in Time Cop.
No.
He does splits, and then he fucking kicks you.
Or the Terminator comes after you to try and kill your younger mom. But that doesn't make sense because she's still older than you and you're time traveling, but maybe she's not.
I was talking more like the Dogecoin. And that was like in Time Cop. People would misuse time travel, so then he was the guy that would show up and be like, hey, you can do that.
I've never seen Time Cop.
You've never seen Time Cop? Oh my God, it's one of my favorite movies.
Is that
It's
like
a good one.
RoboCop? But
It's a good one.
present.
I would put it more towards like Looper, but way more badass. You know,
I think Looper
whole
was a
thing.
pretty good movie, though.
Time Cop was better.
I doubt it.
I mean, you just got to see it. You know,
Maybe
you may not like it. You don't like JCVD as much as I do.
I don't like STDs. No.
I like.
Remember, I just told you my face looked like one for about
okay.
3 months. I'm good.
What else was I getting into? Okay, yeah, the overall fresh take on a time travel movie. It's not something that we've seen before. I mean, it kind of is, but it's a little bit different. I was trying to think of a time travel movie that this kind of reminds me of, and I don't really have one.
I'm listening. My assistant called me. I gotta go grab something real quick.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Okay. Anyways, but yes, I did like it. A lot of times whenever I hear about time travel movies, I'm kind of like hesitant because I'm like, oh, great. The same story every time, you know, oh, I got to go back and save myself, or, you know, it varies, but regardless, it's just not something I'm really into. But I did, that's kind of, I think, why I was so hesitant to watch this movie. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it did a really good job. Kind of like what you were saying. The CGI was super good for the most part. We'll get into it.
For the most part, it was.
But
good.
yeah, just like, and like you were saying, the location and stuff like that they shot from, like it was pretty good, and the plot was good of the movie.
We'll get into it.
For the most part, yeah, there was a couple things where I was kind of just like, yeah, okay, but I'm getting tired of seeing Ryan Reynolds in movies now with Deadpool. No, hold on. With Deadpool, I get it. You know, that's his character and everything. But I'm getting tired of seeing him in movies where he's always just that smart-ass funny dude, you know?
But that's...
I feel like as an actor, he can do so much more, but he's always cast in that same role. And I get it. It's different. Don't get me wrong. He's playing a different character. But, like, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to see one where he plays more of a serious role.
Oh, you want to see The Wedding Vow with Sandra Bullock, Betty White, and Ryan Reynolds again?
That was the proposal, but
I was
watched it, and he was still a smartass throughout the whole movie. But regardless, more like Amityville Horror. He was in that movie. I don't think he was that funny at all. In fact, he was pretty mean. But something like that. But I'm not saying it has to be a scary movie. But you know what I'm saying? Like a serious movie where they're like, hey, you know how you normally tell like at least 9,000 jokes in a movie? We're going to limit that down to about maybe 2 or 3 in this movie, you know? I get it, and I'm not saying I didn't like his character in this movie. I loved it. It was okay, yeah. And
I loved it. It was okay.
It was okay. Well, I'm just saying it's nothing like now when I see Ryan Reynolds, I just immediately am like, okay, I'm going to laugh. And he's going to be a smartass. Literally every movie I see him in, I think that now.
I feel like they have roles dedicated to him. They're like, hey, we need a smartass guy.
Yeah.
This would be, you know what?
It's you.
Ryan Reynolds, let's get him.
I get it. I'm just saying from his standpoint, you'd think sooner or later he'd be like, hey, I don't want to be a smartass in this movie.
I don't know why we're attacking Ryan Reynolds.
I'm not attacking him, and I get it.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson does the exact same thing.
No, and I agree with you there
12
too.
times a year.
He does. Now, that's why I'm excited to see the new Black Adam movie. I think that's going to be his fucking pinnacle of his acting, really.
It would have to be because nothing else so far has turned out.
I think. Well,
maybe
I did
Rundown.
Like the movie. The Rundown was good. Walking Tall was also really good. I like that movie. Those 2 movies for me are like my favorite movies of all time with him.
Walking Tall.
You never seen that movie with him?
Oh, I'm thinking of Walk Tall, The Legend of Dewey Cox.
It's Walk Hard.
Walk Hard. That's
yeah.
Walk Hard.
It was called Walking Tall, right?
I don't remember what Walking Tall was about.
Walking Tall. Yeah, he was like a cop in a town. It had Johnny Knoxville. It wasn't. It was okay.
That's the one with the bus and everything like that. And it was Johnny Knoxville was on the bus and causing mayhem.
Yeah, dog. That was close.
No, it spilled all over.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I got it all.
Shit. That's what you get.
That's what I get for.
It's all good.
Staying hydrated.
Anyways, no, and that's what I'm saying. There's tons of actors that they.
My dick is so cold right now.
Dude, it is like a frightened turtle down there. They'd have that going on for them. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. Like, if you got something you do and you're successful at it, just fucking keep on going. But me personally, I feel like he could do a lot more. I'd like to see him in a more serious role.
Ryan Reynolds, right?
Ryan Reynolds, yeah. The Rock too, but that's what I'm looking forward to. Black Adam.
I'm looking forward to Black Adam, sure, but
I think he's gonna kill it, man.
I would much rather.
And he's just the perfect casting for that character too. He looks. I mean, as far as appearance goes,
Dave Bautista could have done it.
No,
yeah,
Dave Bautista needs to be Bane. I want Dave Bautista to be Bane so fucking bad. Bane is Spanish. He's luchador. He was literally a wrestler.
Donde está Batman?
It's yeah. I mean, he could literally come out like that, and it'd be Dave Bautista, and I'd be like, yes.
I'd be okay with. I
feel like that's pretty good casting. Just saying. But regardless, as far as like I said, Black Adam, I feel like The Rock has got Dwayne Johnson, whatever you want to call him.
We'll see.
But anyways, back to this movie. Yeah, like I said, CGI was good, plot was good, a lot of Star Wars references, fresh take on a time travel movie and everything. One thing I did absolutely love was their house. Their house was so. I'd love to have a house. Like it was so like.
Modern,
I don't want to say it was like mid-century modern, but it kind of was with some of the stuff they had around there. I just thought it was cool.
Forgive me, I don't have a wife or like to look at houses.
Me and my wife love to look at houses and everything, but I just thought it was like sick in the location it was at.
That's why I started off with like what I did because that's just like the house out of Twilight. I don't know. I've never actually Twilight. So I've never actually seen Twilight. I would just imagine. That's what the house is.
Probably just in the middle of nowhere, but obviously bigger because they got a lot more people who live there. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But no, I did dig their house. I thought that was
super
cool.
dope.
It had nothing to do with the movie, but it kind of did. But anyways, those are my likes. What else did I have? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I saw a bunch of people say that this was like a good family movie.
Definitely looked like it.
I do agree. If you can get past some light cussing, there's some GDs thrown around, some BSs, and there's.
Why are you censoring yourself?
I don't say GD. I don't say that word.
Oh, that's right. Your mom will yell at you.
My mom will yell at me.
Hey, Garrett's mom.
Yell at me so hard.
No, just
I was raised not to say that word, so I don't say that word. I say pretty much every other bad word in the book, but I don't say that one. That's where
there's a couple other ones.
The amount of times I've said it, I can probably count on 3 fingers.
You said it once in my presence.
I said it once in your presence, yeah. For the Batman on Batman, I said it.
Yeah.
But I was in Batman character. I was acting. So
if we do Batman a podcast, and these are our personas as Garrett and Tyler, because that's not our real names. Yeah. For those of you listening, it's not our real names. I'm actually Garrett, and he's Tyler.
Bullshit.
We switch it up every now and again.
You look just like a Garrett.
I don't know what a Garrett looks like. But
yeah, me. Apparently.
Actually, I do.
I tell you what, any Garrett I've met has a giant forehead and a receding hairline. So shout out to all the Garretts out there that have terrible hairlines. That's just me personally.
I've only met 2, and
it's dead on the money, man. I've met 2, and then I met this one guy in my high school whose name was spelled the exact same way as I spell mine.
Oh, but Jarrett.
Pronounced it Jarrett.
I fucking hate that so much.
Hey, dumbass, your name's Garrett. You've just been mispronouncing it for the last 16 years.
Dude, the funniest...
No, it's Jarrett. No. The kid at our school that has Jarrett, that's Jarrett. You're Garrett.
Dude, the funniest thing is in high school, we had 3 Jareds in one class.
Jared.
Jared.
Gotcha.
And teacher was going through the list, got to the last Jared. He's like, Jared, blah, blah, blah. He's like, it's Garrett. And I was like, no, the fuck it's not, dude. It's not. So he went by.
I should start doing that when people say my name. Be like, it's Jarrett. Thank you.
He went by Jared.
You think that's 2 T's? It's actually an H at the end. It's Jura.
Jura. The G is actually silent. It's Eric.
It's just Eric. No, I'm not ever saying that. But no, those are my likes for this movie. Yeah, Tyler, let's get into your dislikes because I know where you're going. With at least one of them.
So
I wrote it down too.
There's a couple of them that I didn't really like, and it didn't change my overall. One of them absolutely did. I I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dislikes.
Just get into it.
One of which is the one that changes my opinion about the movie.
Oh.
All of the rest, just me, nitpicking.
That's kind of where I'm at with this.
Maya Dorian. Let's start off with her younger self.
Oh, Saurian. That's an S.
It auto-corrected on my phone.
What's funny is when I wrote it down, like the way I wrote it down, I kept reading as Sodian. And I was like, wait, I spelled that wrong. And then it's just...
It's a good thing I at least put her first name down.
Anyways, yeah.
So...
The Saurian, yeah.
When Saurian... older self went back in time.
Met her younger self.
And met her younger self.
Dude, you know what's so funny, too, is I know what you're going to say, but you watched Tron Legacy, right?
Yeah.
With Jeff Bridges and everything, when he has the younger self as
But Jeff Bridges looked...
But that was so much better. And that was so much older than this movie.
Yeah.
This looked like shit. Did it not?
This looked like, and I shit you not, I could do a deep fake.
Yeah.
I can.
Why is everybody not doing deep fakes nowadays just to get younger versions of like a certain character on
instead
TV?
Of doing a deep fake,
yeah,
they just like CGI'd her face, had her doing the same movements as that character, and just put it on there. And they didn't fucking match up at all. Like it was rough.
Even like the younger version, like I've seen Catherine Keener in a lot of older movies throughout time, obviously. And that did not look that accurate for a younger version of her. The CGI. Now, it's so funny, too, because the rest of the CGI in the movie was great, you know? Like all the scene when he's in the forest and it's got all the little, like,
all the embers floating
down. Yeah, it was awesome whenever they're in space and spaceships and everything.
Even at the very beginning of the movie with the space fights and everything.
Everything. And then the chase scene. Everything was cool.
The magnet scene at the very end.
Even the end. And you can tell they pretty much shot that whole thing in front of a green screen, pretty much. Just like on a little platform and everything. Still looked awesome. And then they just fucking.
And then you have this one scene with CGI.
CGI younger version.
They're like, "What's our budget?
We spent it all.
We have $12. Let's get that kid that can do deep fakes. Let's have him take a crack at it."
I don't even think he could have done a better job than this.
I'm sure he could have. Honestly,
it was not that. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't the most garbage like CGI younger version of somebody I've ever seen before.
Hold on.
But it was pretty bad.
At the end of season 2 of The Mandalorian, when Luke Skywalker shows up and it has the deep fake,
that one wasn't that good either.
That one wasn't good, right? This one, worse.
Yeah.
Well, you would agree to that, though,
I would put this on par.
Because I'm pretty sure her face went sideways when it was just like normal standing.
Remember The Rock and The Mummy 2?
Yeah, it's still better CGI than that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's on par with that.
No.
That was pretty bad.
Because that one...
I also haven't seen that in a while, but I remember watching that thinking, like, this is bad. And I was like a kid.
But that's because I'm pretty sure in that one, he wasn't actually in the movie.
He was just all CGI.
He was just CGI as, like, a scorpion and a dude.
I can't really think of too many movies where they've had a CGI younger version of somebody else. You could have just done it like Looper, where they just hired a totally new actor and put prosthetics on his face to just make him look.
You could have.
Make Joseph Gordon-Levitt look like Bruce Willis.
You totally could have.
You could have. It would have worked out better.
Just give him a wig with like the same hairstyle. They're like, oh yeah, that's them. Yeah,
it's the same guy. It's
definitely the same guy. No issues.
Yeah, no, I wrote that down too. It was bad.
It was
bad.
Borderline that scene unwatchable.
Yeah.
Just like I couldn't pay attention to anything but her face, and I was not focused on the plot or anything like that. Just looking at the weird CGI face.
Yeah, the whole time. And they did a good job too of not putting it in like a bunch of shots.
Yeah.
Where a lot of times it was just showing the older version of her on purpose because they were probably like,
and it would just show like
this looks shit.
The back of her like silhouettes or side views, so you wouldn't actually get to see. I was like,
I feel like
these guys know what they're doing because they probably have like a real shit like VFX for face.
Yeah.
Like that guy probably doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Everything else though, he's got it.
Which is surprising. Like I said, it's just surprising because the rest of the CGI and like you said, VFX and everything was done so well.
It was.
That younger version I was just not about it, man.
It looked like
me and my wife said it too. We were just like, that's okay. Yeah,
like John Travolta and Nick Cage were about to play a game of Face Off.
It's like doo-doo. There's a reference to Face Off too in the beginning. Did you catch that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Read Nicolas Cage, but then it said John Travolta underneath it. And he was like, "I just now got your shirt." I thought that was funny. Seems like there were a lot of references to other movies, and the dog also. They named their dog.
Come on, man, you got this.
What was the name of the dog?
Come on, man, you got this. I forgot.
I don't know why, and I know it's wrong, but I keep wanting to say Alzheimer's, and I know that's not the name of the dog in any way, shape, or form. But when you said, "Come on, man, you got this," that was the first thing that came to my head.
I don't know, man. I kept wanting to say Hemingway, but that's not right either.
No, it was Hawkins.
Hawkins. That's what it was.
Yes, which reminded me of Back to the Future because Doc always named his dog after scientists. So
now I'm trying to remember
I think that
any
was
dog's
Einstein.
name.
I think Einstein was
That was
the name
the
of his
only
dog.
Doc had.
Yeah, I think. But well, that's what I'm saying. It just reminded me of that how they named their dog after
That makes sense.
the scientists and everything. But
Second thing I didn't
also, I
like.
read that was Jennifer Gardner's actual dog.
Well, I mean, probably.
Apparently.
She probably wanted to take her dog to set.
Yeah,
And they're like, you know
"Fuck it."
what?
Yeah.
We're going to call him, I already forgot, Hemingway.
Yeah, I don't.
Nope, Heimlich. Nope.
Hawkins.
Hawking.
There we go. Or Hawking, whatever
Hawking?
it is.
I don't know.
Sophie B. Hawkins.
We'll call him Steven.
I'm just kidding.
The dog barks. It's woof.
Woof.
Woof. Woof.
Woof.
In the
Woof,
movie,
woof.
a Subaru took down a Chevy Tahoe or a Suburban. Don't remember.
I think it was a Suburban, yeah, or Yukon.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
Yeah.
Suburbans
so?
can't save lives.
They-
I'm sorry. Subarus can't save lives. I don't think that Subaru could have taken out a fucking Suburban like that.
I mean, you could run a motorcycle into the side of it, and it's gonna at least do like a 90-degree spin.
Yeah, but I don't think he could have taken it out like that.
Subaru.
He
I
got
mean,
out of the
just-
Subaru, and
he
he's
just-
like, "Subarus save lives." He was like, I was like, no, they don't. They really don't.
I mean, they're rated one of the safest cars on the road.
No, Corollas are. Any
No,
Toyota.
I'm just saying they're rated one of the safest cars on the road, but
They're like 13 on the
I
list.
mean, there's like JD Power Awards like #1 pick for a vehicle.
Garrett used to own a Subaru. Unfortunately, he realized how unreliable it was and got a new car.
Well, my transmission went out.
As I said,
So,
an unreliable car.
I'm gonna get another one, but I mean, it's yeah, I'm gonna get a Subaru Crosstrek. You wait, and it'll be fine. My car also had like over 150,000 miles on it. It was time for me to.
I had a Toyota that had almost 500,000 miles on it before it decided to shit the bed.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it's like the most like longevity wise, like but
I would buy a car for the longevity.
well, I got a Hyundai now.
Yeah.
Okay,
You got like 7 more months with it.
Doing okay so far. I do feel like my transmission's kind of slipping in that thing. so,
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
hey, it's covered under warranty. I don't care now.
There you go.
Subaru wasn't, so
While you look up JD Power and Associate winners for the most reliable car,
I
can't find it. Yeah.
no, because I was talking. I went to Google and I just Google searched settings. I'm not even gonna get into it because I just started typing while I was talking. I think I said the word settings, so I typed it out on accident. But regardless,
Whenever they went into, I don't remember what the name of the magnetic room was. I don't.
and this is what's funny too, is I even wrote off to the side, I put big science thing because I forgot what it's called.
Let's talk about the big science thing. When they first go into the room, it's like one of those circle doors that like cuts like X-Men doors do. And I don't know why.
Like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well,
yeah.
it's like it goes into like the triangle pieces.
Yeah.
But it's a circle door.
Mhm.
I fucking hated that. I was like, this reminds me of
that?
Yeah, I was like, this reminds me of X-Men, and I don't know how I
the
feel
whole
about it.
room and the fact that the machine.
It
is like a
reminded me of
circle,
Cerebro.
It reminded, well, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
That was like, yeah. I was thinking more of like the first Iron Man when the Jebediah dude was trying to make his own arc reactor, but it was like huge.
And he's just like,
That's what it looked like to me. Was like
Tony
huge arc
Stark
reactor.
built this in a cave.
Yeah. That's pretty much exactly what that's what it reminded me of. And then of course you got Mark Ruffalo, and I'm like, oh, dude, the Hulk and Deadpool, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's it.
Characters there, but
Oh, and like this girl who used to be blue in the MCU, she's here too.
What are you talking about?
Zoe Sal,
Green.
Green. Yeah. I was thinking of her sister.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about Jennifer Gardner.
No, Jennifer. I mean,
she was Elektra.
She was Elektra.
She was Elektra.
Technically, Marvel.
She was.
Well,
this
she
is like. No, I think there's only one other. I was thinking of another movie I remember Jennifer Gardner and Mark Ruffalo in, and it was 13 going on 30. That also a time travel movie. Just saying.
Also, The Time Traveler's Wife, not a time travel movie, surprisingly.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
I haven't either.
Time Traveler's Wife, but I've watched the time.
I've watched a lot of time traveling movies.
There's so many, dude.
There's a lot.
There's so many.
Also enjoy watching Doctor Who from now and again.
That's not the one I watched. No, that's that's.
Oh, the Sisterhood of the Time Traveling Pants.
This I feel like that's not it.
They start off in caveman times and go almost to 300 AD, 3000 AD. My bad.
That one.
I don't know. I'm so interested that I'm gonna take a drink out of this big flask again.
It was no, there was one.
Filled it up yesterday morning, full of ice water, still freezing.
I like how Kung Fury popped up. If you've never seen the movie Kung Fury, go check it out. It's like 20 minutes long and it's hilarious.
That's not Kung Pao, is it?
No. Kung Fury. It's totally different. What is that one movie? It's like I think it's called like The Time Machine or something.
What's the one that has Anakin in it? Is that Jumper?
It's Jumper. Yeah, that one doesn't have to do with time travel though.
I know, but it's just a good movie.
Yeah, I mean it definitely. Oh, it's literally called The Time Machine. Yeah, it's the one with Guy Pearce. That movie pissed me off. As far as time travel goes, that movie didn't make sense in the end. I'm not going to get into it, but
just wait till we talk about this one. I have something. I have something that's going to piss you off about this movie.
Hey, get into it. What else?
No. We'll wait. Again, spoilers. She was using the armor-piercing rounds to shoot those guys. Yeah. And then she pulls the trigger after they had started a magnetic meltdown or something like that. An electromagnetic. Everything that was metal was just getting sucked to the middle of the room. And you're like, oh, cool. Everybody, all the silver stormtroopers that look like Mandalorians are now just being sucked into the...
Dark troopers.
No, just the one dark trooper. The leader was silver. That was it.
Yeah, but I'm not disagreeing.
It's like 30 Mandalorians just in full... What is it called? Biscotti armor?
It's Beskar.
Biscotti. I was thinking of biscotti.
Give me some spaghetti.
No, a biscotti is
a biscotti, yeah.
No. A biscotti.
To say it. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
I
was just fucking with you. Because when you said it, reminded me of my kid asking for biscotti.
Can we get some biscotti and some biscottis? She's about to shoot them. All three. Adam's dad and the two Adams, and pulls the trigger, and I'm like, ooh, yes, we're going to see some time travel accidents happen. Shoots her younger self and kills her. And I was just like, okay, she disappears, she's dead. Time should reset itself, no problem. Nothing else needs to happen. Fixed. Time fixed itself, right? Yeah? Oh, shit, dude, did I get ya?
Maybe actually, that's probably what they should have done. Is just
that's exactly what happened.
The younger version of herself, and then at that point,
that's exactly what happened.
His dad would probably get the company and probably be fine.
Yeah, right. Oh, they went one step further with it, though. Anyway,
just eliminated time travel altogether. Well, I feel like they went with the safer bet, just to lock it down and make sure nobody can make any more issues.
We'll see.
Anyways, go ahead.
At the very end of the movie. When they're playing catch in the backyard, all three of them.
Such an awkward scene.
Such an anticlimactic scene.
It was nice. Don't get me wrong. It was cool, but at the same time, as they're throwing it, I'm like, this is just so awkward. They're just like,
they're just like, And
then it cuts to the next person.
It's.
I'm like, just say something. You're making it so weird.
If you're doing like that song, the people let me tell you about my best
it's
friend.
Like it reminded me of like an allergy medicine commercial or something.
Or like an erectile dysfunction fucking thing. Are you tired of this happening to yourself?
Father and his two sons.
Yeah.
The same son, just younger and older. Yeah.
You suffer from erectile
time traveling erectile dysfunction commercial.
That's it, dude. That's what I'm saying. And then they just fucking they kid threw the ball over him, and then the kids pulled a reverse dad and just fucking dipped out of there, just gone. And I was just like, damn, dude. And then the last thing that I have on my dislikes, we'll get into after you tell me your dislikes.
Well, you already went into the younger version. The only other thing I had really was like during the whole everything's getting sucked in with the magnets and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand why like half of the items were getting sucked in and half like his lightsaber.
Maybe it's not metal.
Get sucked.
Aluminum's not metal.
I thought that.
I don't think it is.
I thought maybe maybe it wasn't and everything. I thought maybe the future guns are not like made out of like metal and everything else. And
yeah,
blah,
for
blah,
some
blah.
strange reason.
For some strange reason. But then I remember whenever she's got her pistol held to the dude's kid, and that was a future weapon that got sucked in.
Yeah, but that thing looked like a
weird
badass deagle though. Like
it did. Yeah, it looked like the fucking. Remember the BAR from Call of Duty?
Yeah,
the bear or whatever.
Yeah,
it looked like that.
It kind of reminded me of like just a super heavily engraved deagle almost.
Yeah,
kind of. But
I was about to search, but anyways, yeah, I just thought it was kind of weird that like half of the things got sucked in and half of them didn't. It's not that I really did like put it down as a dislike. It was just kind of a nitpick for me. I was kind of just like
maybe it's like a metal alloy. It's not enough metal.
Maybe
to be...
even then when he explains how like the bullets have the magnetic center or whatever like that, you would think it would still pull the whole gun. I mean, it was pulling buttons off shirts, or coats, but.
I feel like there might be armor-piercing rounds that have magnets in there to cause it to just spin faster to get a higher...
I don't know the science behind it.
Well, I mean, when you have two magnets opposing each other, they tend to...
Yeah, no, it makes sense, but I don't know how the science behind it. And like I said, it's not that I disliked it. It was just kind of a little nitpick with me. I was like, why is half of everything getting...
refreshing.
Anyways, you're just chugging water this whole time. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water's good for you.
Yeah, I know. I got my water bottle out there, but so I had to.
I haven't drank enough water in the last 2 days. In fact, the opposite.
I've been chugging water.
I have not been. So as soon as I got home yesterday, I made one, and I've been drinking on it since. It's still ice cold too. So
killing it. All right, get into it.
All right.
What do you got?
I'm just gonna.
Dude, sit back.
I'm gonna big chill like this.
Okay.
So half the camera can't see me.
We're chill guys.
Welcome to the chill zone.
Welcome to the chill cast.
So have you ever heard of the theory of a time loop?
Time loop?
A time loop.
What do you
basically
explain that to
me? in theory, a time loop, they are constantly resetting. So when a certain condition is met, such as a death of a character, that character dies, time loop resets. Or
like the Tomorrow, or no, what's that one movie, Tom Cruise? Just Edge of Tomorrow?
Edge of Tomorrow.
Like that movie is what you're saying?
Or, yeah, I almost said Zach Galifianakis. Jake Gyllenhaal, he's on the train or whatever, and he has to figure out, like, this explosive that's going to go off, and he has, like, an hour to figure it out, and it just keeps resetting because the train keeps whatever. Regardless,
never seen it. Okay,
it's a great movie.
Groundhog Day, obviously.
Groundhog Day.
Most people would talk about. Yeah.
But where certain conditions are met, such as a death of a character or a clock reaching a certain time, Cinderella. But they don't reset, obviously.
Yeah.
Freaky Friday, maybe? That's not time travel, but they are looping something.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying, though. I get the
Then the loop starts again, possibly with one or more people still remembering instances of the previous loop.
Okay.
So, with the theory of a time loop, if they went back in time to prevent time travel from happening altogether regardless.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why they still met in the cadet class at the end of the movie where Ryan Reynolds' character meets Zoe Deschanel? Zoe Saldana or whatever.
Yeah.
They meet her again. I'm like, So did they go back in time just for it to all reset itself? Because they're talking about the first instance they meet, whereas in the movie, she was like, if none of this happens, we'll never have met. So.
But she said you got to find me and everything like
she
that.
She found him because it was the same thing repeating itself.
Like, yeah, probably just a little bit different this time, but yeah.
Maybe.
I would just say that with any timeline and stuff like that there's constants and variables. So
here's
some things are the same, some things are different. I don't know. Or maybe you could just go with the like more spiritual answer. If they were destined to be together.
No.
Any.
So you've heard, you've read the stupid stories like you step on a butterfly in the past and it
butterfly effect
could change the entirety of the future.
Yeah, that one book we had to watch in school. I can't remember though.
It's like 4 pages long, and he steps on a butterfly, and then
it was a whole book.
There's one that
into a movie. I
was,
remember I even had to watch the movie in school. I can't remember the name of it. If you remember what it is, put it in the comments below.
There's one that was like a 4-page short story where the dude goes back in time to hunt like dinosaurs before.
That's the book. Yeah,
it's not a book. It's a 4-page thing, and that's
I remember the one I did. It was like a fucking book. Like there was a whole story behind it and everything.
It might have been.
They literally made it into a movie.
Might have been where they go in time and shoot. They're like, hey, don't step off the path, but you're gonna shoot this exact dinosaur right here
before it dies.
Before it's supposed to die.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna affect. Okay, I could be wrong about this.
No, I just don't remember the name of the movie. That's what's bugging me.
But from everything that I did my research on, if you go back in time and alter it in any way, shape, or form, the future is still going to happen because you lived in that future, so you are already aware of what's going to happen. And the same thing is still going to happen regardless. So, like, for instance, everybody's first thing, if they had a time machine, is always to go back in time and kill Hitler. You go back in time and kill Hitler, same shit's still going to happen, just it's not going to be Hitler. It's going to be somebody different.
Well,
so regardless,
possibly.
No. That's the thing, because you've lived in the future where this has already happened.
Yeah.
So you go back to kill him. It's done. You've killed him, right? You come back. It still happened, but it wasn't Hitler. It was just somebody different. That's all. Because you were already aware of the history in the future where you were, and you're like, fuck, let's go back and kill Hitler.
Well,
you go back, even if you killed him, somebody else takes his place. History just rewrites itself with that one instance because history has already happened.
That's 100% accurate. Just because,
we have no idea.
Well, no, I know, but that's what I'm saying. If you were to go back and shoot Hitler, I feel like it would change everything in life, not just one specific instance. I'm not saying another person would rise up in their thing, but you could cease to exist at that point. Like that's how.
You calling me Jewish?
No, I'm just saying, but that's like the butterfly effect. That's what the whole movie's about.
Yeah, but
the whole book and everything. They're not the butterfly effect, but whatever that, A Sound of Thunder, I think is the name of it.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's A Sound of Thunder. That's what it is.
But
my whole short story and everything. But anyways,
it was a short story.
Yeah, well, at least that's what I don't know how many.
It wasn't.
Pages,
it wasn't that long.
Short story. But anyways. Yeah, but like that was the whole point of that movie. They accidentally stepped on the butterfly, and then all of a sudden they go back and everything's different. So then they had to go back and stop the whole.
Yeah.
But I mean, when they went back to present time, there wasn't dinosaurs walking the street anymore and all this crazy shit. Again, it was just.
Yeah, but the theory is that even if you went back in time to change it.
So you're more along the lines of like there's a linear time travel. Like even if you know what's going to happen in the future and you go back to change it, that's what caused that in the first place. So it's already happening.
So think of 2 linear lines, one above and one below.
Mm-hmm.
And you can draw a line to where you go into the future, or you go into the past and connect that top linear line to the bottom one.
Yeah.
Just with a line, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your life is happening on the top linear line, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the point where you drop down and go back into the past.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, your life goes back to here like nothing happened on that top linear line.
Yeah.
And that other one ceases to exist because you've altered that timeline, not your own.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But what I'm also saying is on that top linear line where you've gone back in time to do this thing, they no longer exist. But you come back, it's just a different name because you went back in altered that and went back.
Yeah, so it's
Different
just,
name, same thing happens.
It's just like in Batman with Earth 1 and Earth 2 Batman. Earth 2 being the Flashpoint paradox when the Flash goes back. We've talked about this, man.
But that's my whole point.
No, I see what you're saying, though, and that makes sense in that regards. Yeah, there's different ways you can look at time travel and stuff, and that's what a lot of things have gone over that. Just like if you knew the future, like if you knew in the future that you died on, June 15th of because you got into a car accident or whatever.
And then you're like, I'm not driving that
and
day.
Then, yeah, but then something happens and then all of a sudden you're behind a wheel and you die and then you realize, oh shit, I was always meant to die and the whole reason I died is because I knew I was going to die or something like that. Like there's like one thing and then even if you bounce around, it only is what's going to cause that to happen.
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly.
There's different, I've seen a whole bunch of different versions of that, but I understand what you're saying and that does make sense. Like there's two lines, exactly like you said, and regardless of what you do here, you go back to yours. It's not going to change because yours is still happening.
Yeah, what
it's
basically
like an infinite line, basically.
What basically you're doing is altering somebody else's timeline,
alternate timeline,
not yours, because you go back to your own timeline. You don't stay in that timeline and live out your life because if you did, those two lines, you would continue after the moment. Let's say you kill Hitler, you'd be stuck there, just living out your life. Because you couldn't, you could time travel forward on that bottom
timeline,
line. But at that point, things would have changed. But that's not your timeline. You're going back to a different timeline. Now, in theory, you could go back to your same timeline, but still
nothing would have changed.
Nothing would have changed.
It's a different. Oh, I get that. That makes sense.
That's what I was trying to explain. So
Like I said, it's just like with the Flashpoint paradox. Where Barry goes back to save his mom and Batman and everything else. Even though he did that and then fixed it, it's still a whole nother. I like to look at it as another reality.
I don't like using.
It makes it easier for me to understand it.
I don't like using the term alternate reality where they do say that there's
timeline. Yeah, it's just it's harder. I guess it's easier for me because I'm using two separate words.
That'd be like like. Me inventing time travel, and there's hundreds more of me that have also figured out time travel.
Yeah,
one of us dies and we just get another one to replace it that hasn't discovered time travel.
That's why I hated that fucking movie, The Time Machine or whatever, because in the movie that one guy's just like, what has to happen happens regardless of how you change it. It's just gonna set it in motion and it's gonna happen. And he's like, oh, shit, okay, fuck, man. I'm just going to kill you then so this doesn't happen. And he does it and it doesn't happen. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? If you could have done that, then I'm not going to get into
what you're on the same page, though, because that woman killing herself should have just wiped everything then and there, called it a day like nothing happened.
Yeah.
From that point going forward, everything should have been fine because they were pretty sure, he said it in the movie, that he was pretty sure that Mia Solar...
Zoe Saldana.
No, the other one. Maya Sorian had his father killed. Remember that?
Yeah.
So in theory, if she didn't exist to have his father killed, he should be alive. No, not possibly.
Well, they didn't 100% confirm that she's who killed him.
She literally said in the movie, I killed your dad and I killed your wife. Do you really want to watch you die?
Oh, I don't remember that part. I just
Pretty
remember
sure
saying that you made me kill your wife twice.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah,
Maybe I misheard that. Maybe that's what I heard. Anyways, my point being,
I see what you're saying though. That does make sense.
So in an alternate reality,
so
I'm using
like,
this
from your standpoint, like when they're throwing the ball and everything, they shouldn't have gone anywhere. They should have been there forever.
They should have been stuck there.
Yeah.
No, but they should have changed.
I get that.
Theirs, or they would have just not stayed there, just disappeared completely.
Like
they didn't ever exist.
Gone. Yeah.
They wouldn't have gone back to a different timeline or anything like that. If you went back in time and changed something, you remember, I'm sure you do. You watch Futurama, right?
I knew you were gonna bring this up. Where Fry sleeps
but
with his grandma.
it's called the grandfather effect.
No, and I get it. Yeah, it's
an actual.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
You go back in time, you kill your grandfather, you bang your grandma to become your grandfather.
Yeah,
and therefore
that was, yeah.
But
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
it's a thing. I wasn't gonna go for that one, but
yeah.
that's like one of the ones. That's one of the ones that I thought of.
I get
So,
it. Yeah. No, I
but
was wondering when you were gonna bring that up.
that's my whole point is, if you were to go back in time or if you were to go back in time and alter time, if you want to stay on the same horizontal timeline, if you went back in time and changed something, you wouldn't be the same person you are here because you would have changed something. Therefore, you would have just disappeared altogether. None of
Pretty much
what you would have done would have happened, and you would just be stuck in a time loop.
I don't know if you'd be stuck in a time loop.
You would want to go back and change it
at the beginning, though. You would just then cease to exist, and therefore,
the way I would look at it is think of a line and then think of a circle in that line.
yeah,
The point at the beginning of the circle on the far right side would be you wanting to go back in time, so you go over that arch.
yeah,
You change whatever it is in time that happened,
yeah.
and then this one disappears. This one disappears, and you start at the beginning again, wanting to change that thing, and therefore you're just stuck in a loop. See what I'm saying? Because you're always going to want
I
to.
feel like you're saying two different things now. Before you were saying like it wouldn't change this, but now you're saying that you.
No. I'm saying you would disappear after that instance.
Okay, I get you.
And you would be going back to present, disappearing.
Yeah.
This guy, poof.
Yeah.
So you would just be in a time loop.
In the present would still be the same because of
Yeah, because you would go back to that exact same point where you went back in time, and still like want to go back in time and kill Hitler.
I mean, there's different ways you can do it. It's all theories, but yeah.
Well,
I see what you're saying.
I'll tell you what. If you guys want to donate to our Patreon so I can build a time machine,
we'll see how it works.
No promises.
I will go back and kill Hitler,
but
just to see what happens.
Look for our TikTok. I will be trying to go back in time and kill Hitler.
We will
see
what happens.
I will get a time machine going. Just make sure you hit up the Patreon. Anything you would change about the movie, Garrett?
Oh, I said that the dad actually lives.
Yeah, he probably does.
I don't think so, because when it goes back and shows the kid with his mom, notice that he wasn't suspended that time, because the first time she says, "Help me find these bills," and he's like, "Oh, I can't. I got to go in my room and think about this." And the second time, he's like, "I can't. I'll be late for school." So he didn't get suspended, and I think it's still just him and his mom and everything. Did he even say how his dad died?
A car wreck.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Damn.
Probably in a Subaru because it's unreliable.
That's what I was about to say, but are you sure it was in a car wreck?
Yeah.
I don't remember them saying that.
He got into a car wreck like a year and a half ago, something like that.
I just remember them saying he died a year and a half ago. I can't remember what they said it was from or anything, but anyways, regardless.
If your dad died a year and a half ago, let us know in the comments.
I would have just had the dad live, but that's the only thing I had.
I'm just a big fan of Mark Ruffalo in general.
That CGI face. I had changed that.
I wouldn't have even changed it.
Ruffalo.
I wouldn't have even changed the CGI. Just hire a younger woman and put a little bit of makeup on her.
I would have been fine with it, yeah.
It'd have been okay.
I mean, you didn't see him try to CGI Ryan Reynolds' face on a fucking 12-year-old. Got a new actor.
They did youngify his face at the end of the movie. If you notice, they shaved his beard. Like, he didn't have, his facial hair. And they just, it was almost like they pulled back his skin a little bit so it wasn't stretchy. But he still had, the turkey
Adam's
gobble.
Apple? No.
The turkey gobble thing. I don't know what it's called.
I'm pretty sure they probably just told Ryan Reynolds to shave his face, and he automatically looks like he's in his 20s again.
Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah.
And maybe that wasn't CGI. It looked kind of weird, but...
Just put some makeup on. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't notice it, though. Who's the dark room?
So, just change the face. Mark Ruffalo lives, correct?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. What would you have?
More of a consistent timeline theory of time travel.
You're still in the time travel thing.
Oh, it just doesn't make sense. They were stuck in a time loop.
It does, but it just depends. It's Do
I need to get like a...
No, I know. I see what you're saying, and I understand it, but I'm just also saying that's all just theories. None of it is actually... You can't tell if that's actually what would happen or anything. We have no knowledge of that.
How do you know?
Because we've never. That's like saying, okay, so a long time ago, Stephen Hawking's had this party he had for time travelers.
Mm-hmm.
So he threw an actual party, and he said that if time travel was real, then they would show up at the time of the party, even though he didn't tell anybody about the party till the party happened. In fact, I don't even think he told anybody at all. I think he just posted a video of happening. Guess what? Nobody shows up. Kind of one of those things.
Okay, but if you
I'm
were
not
a time
saying-
traveler and they were like, "Oh, there's a time traveler party. You want to hit that up before we go kill Hitler?" Yeah,
I'm just
dude,
saying,
I could eat.
I'm not saying time travel maybe is real or anything. It would explain the Mandela effect and stuff like that.
Nelson
Deja vu,
Mandela?
but effect
What's the Mandela effect?
where you remember something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is wrong with that? I understand it's from the Nelson Mandela thing because everybody thought he was dead, but he's not dead, and everything.
No, yeah, no, I know.
Claimed the Mandela effect, but I'm just saying that right there is pretty much what it would explain stuff like that. But I'm just saying, as far as time travel goes, it's just all theories. We don't know. We can't figure that stuff out.
But also,
I understand what you're saying, but also I don't want another time loop movie.
No, I get it. No,
Yeah.
I get it. But as far as what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
is if time travel existed,
Mm-hmm.
who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be plausible at some point in the next 200 years. Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
But your job as a time traveler, I feel like, if you were a time cop, is to keep the smallest imprint on the past as humanly possible.
Yeah.
Your job is to find the one person that,
Fucked up, take them out of the equation without changing the future.
And then future's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You go back in time and alter it, you are altering time in the future for yourself as well. Correct? Or would you just cease to exist because of that and just go back to normal? Because you wouldn't be in a time loop. You would just go back. Things are fine.
I think it just depends on the impact of what you did and how it changed. Sure.
So with that being said, with Stephen Hawking's party, if time travelers actually showed up to his party, he'd be like, "So guys, I'm a fucking genius. Anyways, I wrote this book on black holes. We should probably hop in one." But like, my point being is, I don't think that if time travelers existed, they wouldn't make themselves known.
No. Oh no, I'm not saying that it's 100%. Maybe it's happened, maybe it's happening. I don't know.
My favorite thing is like the Daniel Radcliffe is a time traveler.
Was there was a movie, the Manhattan Project. Was that the name of it? With the boat? It was the boat. It was kind of, people say it's like a true story that happened. It's a whole thing. Manhattan Project. It was like a boat that was experimenting with it was a boat that was experimenting with
because I was gonna say the Manhattan Project. I hate to tell you this, was the invention of the atom bomb.
No, that's not.
That's it.
No, I know what you're saying. I said the wrong thing. It's the
I was like,
it's not the Manhattan Project, but it's like another the something project. It was a boat that was trying to, like, during one of the worlds, trying to make like a cloaking device or something like that using like nuclear stuff. When they did it, they traveled like, I don't remember how many hundreds of thousands of miles in a split second, and then came back a second later. It was like once again, there's records of it. There's like one guy who says it happened and he was there and stuff like that. But I don't think there's any way to prove it. It's kind of like he said, she said crap. But it was like a thing that happened. But then they made a movie out of it, and they made it like way more like intense, where like whenever people got transported back, like they literally like warped into the ship. So there's like scary moments where like half of a body is hanging out the side of a wall, and I can't remember what the fuck it was called. It was called like the anyways, whatever. We'll get over it.
We'll get into it. We'll get over it.
It was like a
I'm interested.
I know, and I can't remember the name of it. It was like a It was the Philadelphia experiment. That's what it was. Yes.
See, I've heard of that.
And it
like,
was, yeah, it was, they made it into a movie, like I said, but then, yeah, it was like, I don't know, it was a whole thing. But yeah, it was basically a ship that had traveled through time and crap.
time traveling ship.
Trying to find like a cloaking device. I can't remember. And it was actually, from what I'm understanding from the movie, it was kind of spooky, but I just remember reading about it on.
Show it to me.
I just look up a picture. It's an X-wing naval ship. I mean, that's probably fake, but it was just kind of funny to just see that.
That's it, dude.
But anyways, yeah, that's all I got as far as the. That's all I got for change and everything else. Sorry, we've gotten off topic now. Time travel is something you can talk about for literally hours.
Oh, I found the guy that got fused to the ship.
Did you really show me the picture? Is it
no, it's like one of the actual ones from.
It's yeah, it was
That was the one that was fused to the naval ship during their stealth tests.
It was like I said, they were trying to build like a cloaking device, but there was one specific scene I remember seeing where a dude's literally just like half of his body is
that was the
hanging.
No,
No,
but not from the movie.
It's this one right here. I just found it. This is if you don't know what we're talking about, look it up. After a while, you'll see it. The picture I'm referring to anyway. And it's like they say that they have logs and stuff like that of it happening. Like, I don't know. It's a story that, you know, the government covered it up and everything like that. We have no way to show if that's real or not. So don't. It's a conspiracy is really what. Yeah, like this picture, I can't pull it up anymore, but like that. Like, yeah, so it was pretty grim and stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, it was a whole thing. Like I said,
that looks
claim it's real.
Horrifying, by the way.
I saw an interview with one guy that claimed he was there for it and it was actually happened, and I don't know. And then I think they made a second movie too, but
they made one in 2013, and then they made one in 1984.
I don't think any of them are worth watching, but it's kind of just
anyway, time travel exists.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
We don't know.
We wouldn't know.
Nah, that's above our pay grade.
We don't get paid, so
we don't get paid.
Anyways,
with that, if you'd like to go to our Instagram page and donate to our podcast, we would enjoy it. Help support us. Help support.
What a weird way of fucking
this podcast. Here, you know, time travel. We just got to loop it all together. You know, you can go on there and you can actually. This pretty much sums up our review of this movie, by the way. You can actually go on our Instagram page, click the link in the bio. You can suggest a movie you want us to do. And yeah, I think that's all I got. You know, guys, as always, like and subscribe. Leave comments below on what you thought about this movie. What do you think of time travel? You think time travel's real? Do you have some sort of evidence to back that up? I don't know. Let us know.
Garrett, again, what would you rate this movie?
Oh shit. A 3.25. Ryan Reynolds.
3.25?
3.25.
I'll just give it a flat 3. We'll call it a day.
I was gonna give it a flat 3, but I gave it a little. You know, it had some scenes that were, like I said, it's a good plot. I get it. It made sense to me. I understand where you're coming from and all that stuff, but I'm just saying, as far as like,
I was like about to pass out, and I'm like, but wait.
But wait.
And then 2 hours later, I'm typing this up and doing my research, and I was like,
but yeah,
time loop.
It's quick on. It's yeah, 3.25. I'm just gonna hit it with that. Hit me with that.
Oh, hit you with it? Got it.
Hit me with that. Okay. All right, guys. That's the episode.
For Beard and a Half Movie Reviews, I'm Garrett. Just kidding, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Garrett.
All right, peace out, Girl Scouts.